Morning world, it's about 8:30 a.m. It's Thursday. I think it's the 13th of April 2017. Mercury is retrograde and will be for another 21 days. A number of people have been writing to me recently with questions about Chiron and particularly the Chiron return. Now this is peculiar to those people who are between 50 and 52 years old. But it does affect everybody once in their life. Now, I have a philosophy where I always tell clients that life begins at 40. Once they get to 50, I tell them that I lied and that life actually begins at 50. And now that I'm into my early 60s, I'm seriously considering that 60 is the new black, but that's just a personal opinion. With retrospect and in a little bit of seriousness, I do think that once you're 50, you accept the fact that you're no longer young, you are over halfway through your life, and that you better get on with it and start growing up and becoming mature and taking things a bit more seriously, if not more soberly, and taking responsibility for yourself. And with retrospect, after saying this for a few years, I realised actually it's not 50, it's 51. Chiron has a 51-year orbit. Because of the nature of its orbit, its orbit is shaped like a pear. It's not circular like the other planets, it's like a pear, similar to Pluto in a way. In that when it's at the neck of the pear, at the top bit, it's closest to the sun, and that's when it's in the signs of Virgo and Libra. And then it takes 18 months to go through those signs. When it's in the opposite signs, Pisces and Aries, at the round end of the pear, it's furthest from the sun, and it takes 8 years to go through each sign. So you cannot say Chiron in a sign is particularly pertinent. But Chiron in the houses, Chiron is the planet of healing and wounding. It's where we sabotage ourselves, shoot ourselves in the foot. It's where we allow other people to use us as a springboard for their success, and they don't even say thanks, let alone take us with them. Chiron can be the planet that deals with confidence. I've seen Chiron Mercury contacts as people who are inhibited, shy, or with communication problems. Chiron Venus contacts with people who don't feel worthy or good enough. Chiron Mars contacts are people who are either really scared of intimacy and projecting themselves physically, or the opposite, really brash and bravado. Chiron Moon and Chiron Sun is really difficult. It talks about abandonment issues, neglect, feeling isolated and alone, feeling impotent, if not physically, then mentally or emotionally or psychologically, feeling very, very much alone. But I'm not so interested at the moment in talking about the individual aspects, although if there's a demand, I will go over these again. I did it a few years ago. What I am looking at is the Chiron return. And more, the more I've been putting Chiron in horoscopes. Well, it was discovered in 1978. I've been putting Chiron in horoscopes since the first ephemeruses came out for Chiron, about 1986, 87. I've been putting it in there now for 30 years. I've been stabbing at it in the dark for about 20, 25 years, but I think I've got a reasonable handle on it now. And just in the last 5 years, I've recognised what a good diagnostic tool it is for looking at issues of both self-denial, denying oneself, but also accepting oneself as the worthless one. Never going to be good enough, always getting better. 98% is good enough. If you had 100%, you'd have wings on your back. And at the time of the Chiron return, it does seem quite significant that at this time, people either reach an accommodation with themselves where they either go, well, look, this is me, warts and all. It's not going to get any better from here in terms of self-acceptance, so I might as well just get on with it and do the best I can. And this leads to a kind of self-acceptance within oneself, that you're doing your best. At the end of the day, you're not being asked to be successful. You are being asked to do your best. And the only person who can say what your best is you. You are judge, jury and executioner. Chiron can keep you in patterns of servitude to yourself or to others and constantly downgrade your expectations, but it can also lead to the period of self-acceptance and the permanence of self-acceptance where you go, no, I'm pretty damn good actually, and I'm not perfect and no one's perfect, but I'm doing my best and that's good enough. And with the current Chiron situation, with Chiron moving towards the end of Pisces, all those people born in the mid-60s are getting their Chiron return. with Venus retrograde at the moment, coming back to stand still on Chiron. This is being amplified over the coming week or two. Yeah. And if you think this is bad, if you think the Chiron return is tough, think about it like this. You could be a passenger on a United Airlines plane. Now that would be tough. First they seat you, then they beat you. I'll never, ever fly United Airlines. Enough on that. That's the Chiron return. Hope it was helpful. Catch you in a day or so. Cheers world. Bye.